Hello, JCI USA. Welcome to our 8th episode of Leadership Live. Tonight we have a really great show. We're going to have Leadership Development Director Heather Danley. She's going to be joining us. We also will talk to a couple of our state presidents, just kind of actually get the feel of what leadership in this organization means and truly show how our leaders on the XCOM are helping our up and coming leaders. Just a couple of cool things I want to talk about real quick. Our first thing is EmpowerCast. MDD Ross has launched the first episode of our podcast. It's called EmpowerCast. You can find it on all of your platforms. I've seen it on Spotify. I listen to it on Apple. So anywhere that you download podcasts, you can find the EmpowerCast podcast. It is you just click, follow and download them. There's episode 1. Episode 2 will be released. I believe he said Tuesday will be the release day for all of the EmpowerCast videos. So make sure you go search JCI USA or EmpowerCast. It comes up both ways. I searched them both before the show. Make sure you go and follow those because they have good things. Episode 1, he interviewed National President Justin. It was a really good one-on-one, just kind of hearing about Justin's travels this last month. The other things I'm going to talk about are Clc Deadlines. So if you log into jcmember.com, you can submit your CLC, the Civic Leadership Certification. Those are all due February 28th, and that's for the 2019 year and this year. So if you're doing the first part of this year's CLC, then you'll want to get those submitted before February 28th. But if you're doing finishing up last year's, go ahead and log into jcmember.com. If you have any trouble, you can reach out to any of the program managers or any of the national vice president, your state president. Someone can help you, so it shouldn't be hard at all. Hey, Krista. Hey, Amanda. How are y'all tonight? Thank y'all for joining. I just have to say thank y'all for these faithful people that are here every single week. Makes it definitely a lot more fun when I know my friends are watching. And there's Bill Duncan too. So the last little update I have, tomorrow is the hard deadline for award submissions. We've pushed it back one time, but it won't be pushed back again. So if you want to submit anything or anybody to be awarded for the work they did in 2019, tomorrow is the last day to do it. Hey, Amy, how are you? So yeah, tomorrow is the last day to do submissions for awards. I believe they're due at 11 Eastern. And so make sure you get your submissions in because we want to see all of our members get awarded for the work that they did in 2019. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Leadership Development Director Heather Danley. Hey.
Hi, Miranda. Hi, guys. I, too, am so excited to see all my friends to the right of the screen.
I know. We've got a good crew watching already. So
I know.
It's early yet.
Yeah. So how was your day?
My day, it was a busy day, but thank goodness tomorrow's Friday.
That's right.
It's always busy when we have a holiday in the week.
Right. And that's one day closer to you get to see all of us.
That is true. I'm super excited. We've all checked in for our cruise. That is another thing you can go ahead and do. If you are already registered for the cruise, go ahead and check in. You don't have to print your boarding pass right now, but you can go ahead and check in. You can get on the ship a little early. I know the Lido deck is open early, so you can go ahead and just hang out there until your room's ready. So,
yeah, because I think you can start getting on the boat at 12. So I know a lot of the XCOM members are trying to get from that 12 to 12:30 slot. So maybe we can get all our JCs on that boat ahead of time.
That'd be fun.
Start the party early.
Yes. So it's 2020. You were national vice president this year. So tell me a little bit about how much different your role is this year from your role last year and exactly what the leadership development director does.
All right. So instead of having 8 or 9 states, I get to work with all the state presidents. And it's it's rewarding, just as it was being a national vice president, being the leadership development director, just kind of leading them, advising them. I don't want to say being their mother, but nurturing them. They're kind of like my little projects. And I want to make sure that they are doing what's best for their state and that they're happy with nationals and happy with what's going on. Also, if they have any problems, I'm able to help them. If I can't help them, I've also solidified my team on XCOM to help. We've had some issues, and I'm not always tech savvy, as we all know, but I can work through those issues and make sure that they do what they need to get done. Also, I oversee training. That does not mean that I do all the trainings, but we have a committee that is forming that will come up with our trainings at our convention at on the boat, as well as the annual meeting in St. Louis in September. So if you have any topics that you'd like to see, please reach out to myself, and I will make sure that we get those in there. Oh, I see the things to the right. Just everybody's like, hey, so hi, everyone. I'm super excited. I kind of feel like a celebrity. I told everybody at work today, I was like, I got to be on time tonight, guys, because I'm going to be on Facebook Live. And they're like, what? So I had to like explain everything, you know. They know what the JCs are, but I had to explain the whole Facebook Live to some of them.
Well, I mean, this Facebook Live has really taken off, and
Yeah.
I'm super. It started off with like 3 people watching, and
Right.
you know, now I'm getting the insights, and it's going to where 1,400 people have seen it and stuff.
Oh,
And
sweet.
it's super exciting. So yeah,
Right.
great way to get our message out there.
Along with supporting our state presidents, we do have a monthly call that I host with our state presidents to provide training topics to kind of keep them up to date with the things that are going on the national deadlines that are coming up. Also, you know, we can provide help. I mainly oversee some of the state presidents, but we can provide help to our local chapters as well and our leaders in our states. So feel free, if you are just a local leader, you know, reach out to your state president and they can connect you with me. And, you know, that's what I'm here for, is to help guide everyone and advise them, and hopefully to build leaders to come fulfill my shoes one day on the national level.
Yeah. So
I miss your face too.
well, we do have some chapters that may not have a state president. So do you, if they don't have a state president, do they just?
So if you don't have a state president, you can reach out to me via email. You can find me on Facebook. You can get my phone number. I'm easily to be contacted. There are some states, like you said, that only have a few chapters and might not necessarily function as a state organization, but they have really strong local chapters, and I can work with those local presidents as well.
Right.
Oh, look how fancy that is, Miranda.
See, this technology thing is fun. So
that made my day. It doesn't take much to entertain me, though. Let's be real. I feel like I want to tell y'all what's going to be in the envelope. And for all of y'all that are maybe watching, you saw my last leadership live, or it wasn't leadership live, but it was the live video. And we were going to do the morning show with MVP Ross and MVP Krista. And then we told you about an envelope, but I don't have an envelope to show y'all about something being special in there.
I should have brought an envelope now.
I know, right? Right.
So speaking of state presidents, let's bring on State President Anna from Montana, and just now she's a 2-year state president. So she's had this twice in a row. And so let's just kind of talk to her about her leadership journey. Let's bring her on.
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
Hey, President Anna.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you.
You look nice.
Oh, thank you. I just got home from work a little bit ago, so I didn't fully change yet.
So tell us a little bit about your journey as state president 2 years in a row.
Yeah. So 2 years as a state president isn't necessarily the norm in this organization. And unfortunately, in our state, we just haven't built the pipeline of leaders yet. So I was very excited to do a second term in this organization, when we say you have 1 year to lead, that is super true. And that 1 year goes very, very fast. So there was a lot of stuff in 2019 that I didn't get to. So I was very excited to be able to do it again. And this time I can come in with all the knowledge that I gained in 2019 without having to learn it all again and start fresh right off the bat. So it's been a long journey. It's definitely not an easy task by any means, but it's so rewarding. I highly encourage anybody out there who is looking to either develop themselves a little further, or just kind of, if you want to see places, meet more people, state president is definitely a great way to do that.
It really is, because you do. State president was probably my favorite year, because that is where,
Agree.
Yeah, you're traveling a lot, and you do. I would not want to do it again. It was my favorite. So yeah.
I'd say that being a state president is a hard and challenging, but a very rewarding job. I mean, like you said, you blink and your year's over. You're like, oh, it's January 1st. And, here's my goals and here's my plan. And you set all this out, and then lo and behold, it's December. And hopefully you have gotten those goals and plans. And I actually told my state presidents this on the call, that you should always have goals, and you should start them in January, and not only JC goals, but have your personal goals and keep them written down on a piece of paper, and keep it on you at all times. Put it in your wallet, put it in your purse, and just see where you are in those goals on a monthly basis.
Absolutely.
And they don't have to be big goals. They can be easy.
Absolutely. That's something that I was doing with my my state board this year. It's something different that I'm trying to work in, is working with their personal goals as well as their goals in their position. So I'm excited to see how it goes.
I will be tired.
Definitely, you say the year flies by. We don't feel like it flies by in January, because January seems to have lasted forever. January did. Even this January, it felt like it just was never going to end. And now it's like, oh, February's almost over. We have 1 week left in February. Where did it go? So it definitely does go by super fast.
But we do have 1 extra day this year to lead this organization and make changes and empower young people.
That is true. And I do believe that President Justin released a video asking what we're going to do with that extra day. Have you decided what you're going to do with your extra day?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, well, we'll start with you. I'm sorry. Y'all are probably in different orders on my screen than yours.
Well, I'll be honest. It will probably be spent working in JC's, because that's what I do a lot of.
What about you, President Anna?
About the same. It's been busy. We're working hard to get our 2019 year-end convention off at the end of March. So a lot of work to go in that aspect.
Well, y'all make me feel terrible, because mine was to sit and catch up on Real Housewives. So.
Oh, hey.
No judgment.
That's what I'm going to do.
My boss and I had this conversation. I don't know if she's on here. She would laugh at this. So we had this conversation. She told me I needed to come up with a hobby. I was like, I really don't have a hobby. Maybe it is working. And she's like, you need to come up with a different hobby. I need to I don't like to read, so I don't want it to be reading. But I probably could do live PD marathons or something, or that ER show or something like that. I could do a junkie of that.
So
self-care is important.
Yes.
Self-care.
So funny story. You asked, had I been doing fun facts about me on this? Fact number 1, I am a serial hobbyist. I have dabbled in every single hobby there is.
Oh,
all of the hobbies. I decide that I want to make candles, and I'll go out one weekend and I'll spend all of the money on all the things I need to make candles, and I'll make 4 candles, and I'll be like, I don't want to make candles.
Not in that.
I'll do that with sewing. Bought a super state-of-the-art sewing machine. Decided the only thing I've ever stuck to are the JCs. Let's just be real.
Yeah, see, so that's my hobbies. But I mean, work and JCs. Sometimes I'm mother. No, I'm just kidding. Amy says I should color. You know what? I could function with that. I do like those adult coloring books that you color with color of the pencils.
I do like those too.
I think they're supposed to relieve stress too. So
yeah. Knowing my luck, I'd break the colored pencil and it would make me cuss and it would just stress me out.
Or the perfectionist would be like, I'm out of the lines.
Yeah. I'd wind up wadding the whole piece of paper and throwing it across the room. So yeah.
Right. Exactly. Well, Anna, do you have any, can you share one of your goals that is like different from being a first term president last year to this year? Was there something that you wanted to change?
Oh, there's so many things. I think the biggest thing is probably just improving communication. I mean, last year that was one of my goals, and I think I did a good job with communicating more, but I wasn't really getting it back from my chapters. And so really trying to work on that two-way communication and ensuring I'm giving them what they need and that they're also reaching out to me when they are in need of something that I'm not giving. So
awesome. And that's an important thing. And sometimes if we have somebody that's not communicating with us, and even in my position, if I have a state that's not communicating, maybe we kind of off-see them, but we should always stay on top of that and constantly try to communicate with them. Of course, not everybody's going to necessarily do that. But for example, if somebody wasn't on my monthly call, so I called them and did a one-on-one with them. So none of my state presidents, if you're watching, none of y'all can hide. I will find you. But, sometimes one-on-ones do work really well in communicating, giving them that personal phone call, still sending snail mail. How many people want to go to the mailbox and get a letter from somebody in this organization instead of a bill? I mean, I know I want to. I don't want to look in my mailbox and see nothing but bills or now political campaigns or, ads for whatever, but getting a letter that's just encouraging. So something to think about too when we talk about communication, picking up the phone, old school. I know that sounds bad, but old school, picking up the phone or writing letters to our members.
Absolutely.
I know that President Anna, last year, you say you weren't doing well with communications, but y'all had those trainings because you invited me on a couple for the Shoot for Success, but y'all had the virtual, I think it was Ideas on Tap or something. It was just a super, I enjoyed it. It was super relaxed and just a really great way to connect with your board and the trainings that we offered.
Absolutely. And I like your name of Ideas on Tap. I really, really like that. We call it Brews and Brainstorming.
Brews and Brainstorming. I know it was close.
It was very close. It was really a format that one of our members talked about during our local officer training that we did virtually throughout the entire state. And it was really just a forum for members from across our entire state to get together for a training. I don't know if y'all are aware of how big Montana is, but we're very spread out. And so it's hard to get everybody together in those instances, but we still want to connect and make those connections with our fellow chapters and provide those trainings on a regular basis. And so Brews and Brainstorming was our solution for that. So we host just a Zoom meeting. We invite in national guests to talk on there. We get all of the ideas from our members. So we ask them what they want to hear about, and we have those sessions. So I'm actually hoping to have my next session here in the next couple weeks to talk about CLC especially and Passport to Civic Leadership.
Awesome. Well, that's great. All right. So the one thing that Membership Development Director Ross and I have been asking of everyone, it is our goal between this Leadership Live and the EmpowerCast podcast, is to get 100 stories from our leaders of why they JC in 2020 in honor of our 100th anniversary. So why do you JC? Why do you stay? Why did you join? And why do you stay?
So I originally joined to make new friends. As an adult, we all it's really, really hard to make friends as an adult. And I think it's one of those things that you don't really think about as you're going through it. And so that was my first reason, was to make new friends, get me out of the house a little bit more. And then my why has changed over the years, as it should. I stayed at that point in time for the connections I was making and the development that I was getting. And now today, you all are my friends. I love you all dearly. I can say that I have friends across the world, which is so exciting to say. It still is a lot of that development piece. But really now JC's is just a part of me. I really can't imagine my life without it. So that is truly why I'm still here.
Awesome. Great story. Well, I won't keep you anymore tonight.
Thank you, President.
I'm so thankful that you joined us, and I do believe that we're going to have State President from Iowa, May Lee, join us. She's got President Justin with us. So with this, we will tell you goodbye, Anna, and thank you for joining
everybody.
us. I look forward to having you on Leadership Live again.
Thank you.
Bye. All right. So that being said, let's bring in State President May Lee and President Justin. Here we go. They are coming on.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How's the weather there? I heard it's a little chilly. A southern girl don't know.
Yeah, it's cold.
I bet.
It's like in the negatives, right?
The wind chill is, I believe.
Yeah. It wasn't as cold as it was at 5 this morning.
Oh, good. I'm glad it warmed up a little bit.
From someone from South Mississippi, it still sounds miserable.
I'm used to it.
Right. That's like warm to them now. They just need like a small little jacket.
So you have your convention this weekend.
We do. We're excited to have National President Justin join us, and all the great people that we'll have from all around the state come join us and learn some stuff.
Awesome.
So tell us how you feel it's important to have a national officer come in for something like your convention.
It's really important because I really do think it helps with the awareness that there is more than just the state, and like you have nationals. We hear about it all the time, but when someone comes and visits, it's real life, and you build more morale, and especially with someone like Justin, who is really, really focused on empowering our leaders and very motivational and very good to learn from.
Awesome.
It was really cool today. We were going business to business, kind of trying to seek out young people in Marshalltown, Iowa. And she would get kind of flustered with her words. And so I was kind of able to just like help her and coach her through some of the JC terminology, not JC terminology, but just the language of empowerment and why it's important to have a JCs in your community, and why it should be on these people's minds of getting their young staff involved in such a initiative.
Yeah, it's really great to learn. You always have your story when you get asked about JCs and why you're still in it, but also trying to convince people why they should support a chapter in their community. I thought I knew what I was going to say, but of course when time came, I was like, oh, but Justin was here to be very supportive and help me through this.
It's intimidating.
Right. And I think, President Maley, do you feel a little more comfortable now? Like maybe you could do that next time? Like we all are, and I've heard this before, like people would say, oh, I can't go recruit anybody. I mean, I love this organization, but I don't know how to do that. But then when somebody takes you and shows you, national, and it doesn't always have to be a national person, but like President Justin took you around and let you take the leads, but he was there, and so you felt like he was there for, support, and, he was not going to let you fall, obviously.
Yes, I totally agree, because like I did feel more comfortable after each interaction we had with different people. And I mean, my Vice President Bree was along for the ride as well, and very supportive, and made sure that we had everything we needed. And she's definitely already sitting there with the flyer that for our next event. And it was really, really great to have her and Justin there, and so it really did help build confidence.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I hope that morale continues. It sounded like it started in the community and now it's going to go to the convention. Amanda over here in the comments wrote that having a national officer is really nice because not everybody can go to national conventions, and that is true. I see two of the members that I met in Wisconsin that they're joining tonight, and I would have never met them if I didn't go to their state. I think one of them has been to a national meeting, but I don't think the other one has. So I'm still going to get them excited. Oh, I see y'all at Parker tonight.
I saw him down here trying to photo bomb.
So having that, building that relationship with, not necessarily just the state president, to know that our national team is here to support everyone, including our local leaders as well. That's right. You take up that whole camera.
Yeah, y'all had Parker now. He's had his 5 seconds of fame.
Yeah, and we got the 2020 state board here for our extension event, and so it's even that has been great support with having Justin here in the state board to get this going and see where it goes.
Awesome. Well, we thank you guys for joining us. We're not going to keep you long.
Hey, no, I do have one thing. Sorry.
I'm going to turn it over to Miranda, but thank you, Maylee, for your time and your energy. And, to everyone that's on here, this goes to show it's pretty easy to get a national guest to come visit you. President Justin, any of our MVPs, anybody on the XCOM, let's come up with a plan if you want our national team to come into your state and to meet your members and to empower other young people in that community. But I'm going to turn it over to Miranda because she's not going to let you just off without getting a question answered.
So you did say that you feel a little more comfortable as answering your YIJC, but I need 2 things from you. First, since Parker wanted to interrupt on this, we need Parker and his story.
Yeah.
And then we need to hear your why you joined the JCs and why you stayed. We'll let you go first, and then we'll let Parker be.
So you're going to share your why do you JC?
Parker.
So why IJC?
Yes.
IJC because I feel like it's been an organization that I've been able to invest my time and invest my energy in. And I mean, that's also why I stay, but it's also like even today I've been learning more stuff and developing more skills, and definitely love that I can build more confidence, especially like having difficult conversations like about why I keep trying to start a chapter here, why I keep doing this and that. And so like every day I just keep practicing more skills and develop and get to be loud and be a leader.
Yay!
Awesome. I
love loud leaders.
Yes.
Thank you, President Maylee.
Hello, past President Parker.
There's the camera. Hello.
How are you? So
good.
Since you wanted to crash our Leadership Live, we are going to put you on the spot and we are going to find out why your story of why you JC, why did you join the JCs, and why you stayed.
Well, I joined the JCs because I was new to my community and didn't have anyone there. So basically, I would spend Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, always working, and on the weekends, spending time spent watching TV. Now, once I joined the JCs, I was able to make new friends, gain leadership opportunities, and provide back to my community. But why IJC is if I don't, who will? If we don't take up the charge, who will take up the charge, make sure we get stuff done? If we don't, provide services to the community, stand for, individuals who don't have help, who will? And that's why IJC, because if I don't, who will?
That's an awesome story, Parker. Thank you. And everybody is saying Paul Walker time.
Oh, no. That's tomorrow night. We're going for 7.
All right. So, Justin, have we heard yours? On the empowerment.
President Anna's seemed very familiar to me.
Well, come on,
because when I always say being an adult is the hardest time.
Is she still watching? Let's bring her right back.
Me?
There, we have all 4 of us now, so that she can hear you.
I was just saying, being an adult is the hardest time to make friends. And that's what she said. But also, just the amazing amount of opportunities that exist out in the world is crazy. And truly, I was talking to you yesterday, Miranda, and I said, if someone wanted to be an astronaut, I'm sure there is someone in our network that could help people. And then you said, I actually wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid. And I said, well, let's make it happen. It's like whatever you want to do. The JCs can help you achieve that. And you can never achieve what you want unless you put it out there and say it out loud. And the JCs is a network. If you say it out loud, I guarantee you're going to have people that are going to help you, and you're going to do it. And then you will feel value in this world, and you will feel value in the JCs.
Agreed.
It is true. I did want to be an astronaut, but unfortunately, math is very important to astronauts, and that got me kicked out real quick. Sorry, past President Jen Ray, if you're watching, I don't heart math. Not at all. Math does not heart me either. All right. Well, we will conclude this episode of Leadership Live. Thank you all for joining, and we will have MVP Joyce. She will be joining.
I'm going to tell why IJC.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hey.
It was just an excuse to bring you back.
You were letting them go.
I was. Okay, I'm sorry. I will let Justin and Anna go because he's at convention and Anna's busy too. So
thank you, guys.
Thank y'all for joining us. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I mean, we could just continue on, till the next week, just you and I talk. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, we could do that because we are.
Nobody wants to stay
really good at that. We could just talk for forever.
Right. Well, I really do appreciate you doing this. It's been exciting. I think it puts a lot of morale in our organization. And it is exciting to see our members that are getting on. And like Amanda said earlier, not everyone can go to a convention, but I still think you get a piece of our national team by these and our podcast. So please promote away our leadership lives. And you've done great about getting a variety of people, local members. So that's exciting too.
Yeah. So why do you JC?
Yeah. So my story is a little bit different. Most of y'all know it. I joined the JCs when I was 21. It was a birthday present. It was the thing to do, give back to your community, blah, blah, blah. But, I really, truly, truly cannot say how much this organization has changed me. It's changed my mindset. It's changed my attitude. It's changed everything that I can even imagine. I met my husband in this organization. And so JCs are our life. We do JCs nonstop. My son's favorite jacket is a jacket that was given to him by Krista. That's his JC jacket, and he knows it. And I'll be like, buddy, we got to go get a jacket. And he wants to wear that jacket to church, and that's okay. But, I want to make sure we're celebrating 100 years, but I want to make sure that this organization truly is around. So one day he can wear his blue polo and be like, my parents were in this organization. We won't say our age. My parents were in this organization 25, 30 years ago. And, they made a difference, and I'm here to make a difference in this organization too. So that's why I say it's the friends, it's the family, it's the connections. It truly is knowing that someone almost in every state. And the girls I work with, they'll say, I can't believe you know somebody there, or you've traveled there, and it's truly because of the JCs I've traveled. And some of the people on the call will definitely agree to this. I am a United States girl, though. I struggle going out of the country. I have to take my JC family with me to go out of the country too, because I need lots of my comfort people around me to leave the United States. So thanks to my JC family, I did go out of the United States. So
the cruise will be my first time to go out of the United States. And
nice.
It's just 180 miles outside, but it'll be my first time.
That's okay. It still counts.
Yeah.
But you won't be nervous because you're around all your friends and family. So
it's true. Yeah.
It's a totally different life exchange, I guess, if you were to go by yourself. Like James travels all the time out of the country. There's no way I would go without my JCs.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it. Ross just says you love flying Southwest.
Oh, yes. I heart Southwest. No, I do not. No, not at all. So if anybody wants to know about my Southwest story, I am a Delta snob. I will be glad to endorse that too.
That's a whole other leadership live. Maybe we can maybe on Joyce's, we can bring you on, talk about Delta, and we can get Delta to sponsor Toya.
Oh, there we go. I could give you good stuff. I don't know if I could get Southwest, though. I don't have anything good to say about that. Other than you get 2 free bags with Southwest. That's really nice.
I like Southwest.
And I overpack a lot, so
they do fine with me, but
yeah, exactly. To each its own, right?
Yeah. But
well, thank you so much, Miranda. I've enjoyed my time with everyone. Thanks to everyone hanging out with us. I want to leave everyone with a quote. And it says, I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water to create many ripples. And that's by Mother Teresa. And I totally believe that together we really can make a difference. So keep doing what you're doing in your community. Know that I'm only a phone call away if anybody needs anything. And I look forward to seeing everybody in the cruise. And P.S., April 20th is my birthday. That's the day we port. So it's my birthday weekend.
All right. I'm going to drop your email in the comments and we will. Oh, and I think
and this is the future.
So quiet that Landon.
He has been very good.
So good. So, but we will let go, and we will be back next week with MVP Joyce. So thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank you guys.
Bye.